Next up on the Hooks In MMA podcast, we're really lucky to have on a winner from the first fight of UFC 266 last weekend, Jonathan JSP Pearce. How's it going today?
It's going good. How y'all doing?
Yeah, we're good, thanks. We appreciate your time, and congratulations again to you. Fantastic way to kick off an amazing night. You looked great in there, and did you look as good as you felt going in?
I would like to have hit him a few more times, but I have a lot of TKO finishes, and that's what I visualized and trained for. And I thought it might have been later in the fight. I thought he was going to bring more of a fight than that.
Yeah, and personally, when I watched it and did the research before the fight, I thought he would have too. But I mean, you nullified his game plan and you looked very dominating. Talking about finishing that, you were 7-1 now in your last 8 fights, and all your fights have been finishes. So I guess just speak to your finishing mentality and your hunger to get in there and make it a war and end them.
I was always a wrestler and wrestled at Science Hill High School, and I never was good at scoring points. I always got behind on points, and then I would pin them. So I always kind of look to do that in the fight, but
Yeah. So I just got to ask you right now. I have the same sweater. I hunt. I fish. Do you do that kind of stuff too?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So hunting season. What are you up to right now?
Right now it's bow season in Tennessee, and I got a lifetime there, like a lifetime license. So I want to get back home and go bow hunting here soon.
Awesome. I got a baby on the way, so I wasn't able to go with my dad up north to the spot we go to. But I'm gonna miss it this season, but I'll get back at it next year. I'm pumped for that. So good luck to you when you do go and do that. Just wanted to ask, your smaller promotions. There wasn't like one that you stuck with all the way throughout. So was it a grind kind of going from one promotion to another and getting to where you are now? Or was it more like just taking a fight here, taking a fight there?
I was just kind of taking a fight here, taking a fight there. I felt like I was a lot better than those guys on that level. I knew I was like UFC level. So it's not more about now on your bad day if you're UFC level. You know what I mean? How good is your bad day? Because you got to cut all that weight, go in there. There's a lot of things that people don't see that comes with being a professional in this sport.
Yeah. So going into last weekend, was the weight cut all right for you?
I think the weight cut was a difficult cut for both of us. And I think that's why the fight ended so fast, because I felt him give up before he reversed me, and I jumped his back, and he reversed me the last time and put that choke on me. Like I could already felt that he didn't have his heart in it. He'd already broke too many times. It was behind on the cards too many times, and that at that point is when I knew it was over. It was just, how am I going to do it now? And I got to jump on that opportunity, but I had to be patient, and I kind of just like took his back. Been training with Zombie, and he always locked up that figure 4 body lock on him, and I really tried to work that this fight, and I locked him down with that, held him down, and he realized he wasn't going to be getting up very easily, and I let him up a little bit, see where the fight would go there, and my coach just told me to jump down after I jumped his back, because they're right beside me on that side of the cage, and I jumped down. And then they were like, okay, now go, because they could see that he was taking a break, and I just went for it.
Yeah. And it worked out. So you're on a 2-fight win streak. You did have the loss against Lozon. I only bring that up because, what does it feel like after a loss, especially at the highest level and in the entire world? What did you kind of change moving forward? And now you're obviously on a great path here moving forward.
I never been beat like that before. So it was nice to be able to say it was against someone like Lozon, and that's why I would rather fight the big name fights. I'm not trying to sit around and fiddle with the people in the bottom of the rankings. Like, I want to go ahead and get up there and see what's up.
So you're helping me transition here. Not that anything's booked, but what would you like to see next? Or is there anybody that is a big name that you want to test your skills against?
There's no names. It's just whoever would get me in there the soonest. You know what I mean? That's what I think would be most important. The quicker that, whoever wants it next, they can get it next.
Could we see you before the end of the year?
Yeah, I want to fight twice. Like, give me 2 more fights and I'm healthy.
Awesome. Just wanted to ask you, so obviously I know you hunt. What are some other hobbies you have outside of training and fighting?
I like to hunt, fish, but really the balance right now is it's time to go on a run. I'm on a 2-fight run, so keep that run going. And just been in the gym. Like, I just left the gym, so no days off. Just
focusing on the task at hand. So our last segment here is called Between Rounds. I'm going to ask you a few questions and you rapid fire just your answers. Okay.
Okay.
So maybe this applies to last weekend, but what's your favorite cheat meal after a fight?
Cheesecake.
Did you get that?
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome. What's your favorite spot in America? Could be
Tennessee.
like Tennessee. So I've been once. I went on my bachelor party to Nashville. What's another spot that you like in Tennessee?
I'm from Johnson City, Tennessee, the mountains.
Okay.
Just got to go camping out in the mountains. Beauty spot.
I'll have to go there next time. Do you have like a favorite TV series that you watch?
I just recently watched Squid Games, so it's not really a series, but they have a few.
So it's something you'd suggest to watch, probably.
Yes, on
Netflix. Do you have your favorite kind of music?
I listen a little bit of everything, but I recommend country to anybody who hasn't listened.
Are you a Morgan Wallen fan?
No.
No? Who do you like?
I like Hank Williams Jr.
Okay, so we like the old stuff. I like some of that stuff too. Garth Brooks would be one of them anyways. And who are a couple of your favorite MMA fighters of all time?
I really like Khabib. I really like I like all the big names, I look at them and want to compete on that level and be like a GOAT, like, why not?
Yeah. And is JSP have anything to do with GSP?
So when I first started fighting, I was Sunshine, and because I had the long hair, and like I took a fight in like 3 months, so that was like the name that stuck. And then I changed gyms, and I was like, "Yo, I'm not Sunshine." He's like, "Yeah, but you're JSP." So I was like, "All right, I'm JSP."
I like it. Any sponsors, shout outs, or social media to finish up?
I'd like to thank FanLax, and I'd like to thank all my coaches, Eddie Chaw, Santino, Eddie, Frankie, Alan, everybody at the gym. It's my family. Dave, the owner.
Awesome. Yeah, Eddie Chaw. What's that?
Who's next?
Eddie Chaw is a great guy and a fantastic coach, obviously. We appreciate your time and congratulations again. Can't wait to see you in there to get you 3 wins in a row here in the UFC and climb those ranks. Jonathan Pearce, JSP. This is Hooks and MMA. Thanks so much, bro.
Thank you.
Next up on the Hooks in MMA podcast, we're lucky to have 3-3 featherweight who has a big fight coming up on October 1st. Jessica, the Black Widow Borga. How's it going today?
Awesome. Glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we appreciate the time. So how was the weekend first off? Did you get up to anything?
Yeah, no, just training, and I rested today. So on to Hell Week this week. So I'm excited.
Yeah. So would this be like, since the fight's approaching, would this be like kind of one of your last grinding weeks, like really tough ones?
Actually the toughest usually. I mean, they're all pretty tough in fight camp, honestly, but I pretty much stay consistently in fight camp. I like to stay ready. But this week is definitely the hardest, and I've got some really tough people coming to help me. So I'm very grateful for that.
Awesome. Yeah. So just speak to kind of where you grew up and what got you into MMA?
I actually grew up all over the place. That was kind of, my father was a cop, so we moved around a lot. We lived in Virginia, we lived in Wisconsin, we lived in Florida, but mostly Florida. So I was born and raised pretty much in Florida, just all around it. And MMA, I probably should have got started when I was younger. I got kicked out of every school I went to for fighting, so I have always kind of had that. I'm not proud of that, but I turned into something that I love, and I turned it into something good. So.
Yeah, and you have recently as well, and can add to that on October 1st. So just who will be in your corner for that fight, and just the gym you're currently training out of?
I've been with the same gym actually from the get-go, Champions MMA here in Lakeland, Florida. My head coach is the owner of Champions MMA. His name is Ross Kelly. So he will be there, as well as my fiance, which is one of my coaches as well. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu and a wrestling coach. So he will also be in my corner.
Congratulations for that, by the way. Yeah, so just speak to Bellator. Like you've obviously, you had your first win there with an armbar, and then lost the last one by decision. Speak to transitioning from Titan to Bellator, and how that looked for signing a contract with one of the biggest promotions in the world.
It was very exciting. I'm very honored to be part of such an amazing promotion, honestly. There's such good opportunities to fight, and I get to travel the world and do what I love. Bellator treats us amazing, so I'm excited to be where I am, and I'm really excited to showcase where I'm supposed to be, which is the main card debut.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about being the co-main event and getting this opportunity. I'm not going to let it slip through my hands.
No, we're excited for that too. So just in terms of your opponent, Leah McCourt, so she's on a 5-fight win streak, and actually has a nice win over a new fighter in the UFC, Manon. Just speak to her as a fighter, and I guess how you match up with her.
I think we're actually a really good match. She's fairly well-rounded. She's, I think she's tough. She can take a beating and she can come back from it. Her last fight with Janae Harding, she, in my opinion, she really got lucky with an up kick, and that guy gave her the win. But not putting anything against her. I don't like to talk crap against opponents. I have respect for everyone gets in the cage and steps in the cage and preps for the cage. So I honestly, we're all here to do the same thing, but I got a job to do. I'm going to get it done.
Yeah. So without giving any game plan or anything, what have you been focusing on kind of more in the gym? Is it more well-rounded stuff? Is it kind of just, sharpening each tool?
Both, honestly. Yeah. We're just, every fight camp and every loss, even if it's just a decision, like mine was a very close decision last time. It just wasn't very, it wasn't me either. I'm usually more aggressive and I put on a show. So, but we always try to improve and sharpen those tools, add to the arsenal. So I want to be ready for whatever. I feel like I'm well-rounded. Usually, my last fight is not usually but she can go off my last fight if she wants to. That's fine.
yeah. Maybe she'll underestimate you there.
Yeah, I mean that's the worst thing that you can do with any opponent. Absolutely.
Yeah. So just the UFC's featherweight division's obviously depleted, and Bellator is where it's at, right? So what do you see in the future for yourself? Obviously not looking past this fight, but there's some good opportunities and some really good girls there. So just, how do you feel about that moving forward?
Oh, there's amazing talent in the 45 division here in Bellator. We're all pretty tough. So I just want to work my way up. She's ranked number 5. I'm ranked number 10. So I want to keep working my way up, and I do want, eventually for a title shot. I know there's steps to this. I know that there's, you don't just jump into it, but I'm completely honored and excited to be fighting the ranked number 5, so that's working my way up.
Yeah. It presents a good opportunity for you. And like you said, co-main, that's, the bright lights are there. So it gives you that opportunity. Yeah. So our last segment here is between rounds. I'm going to ask you a question, and you give me your best answer. Okay.
All right.
All right. What's your favorite spot in America to travel to, or just to go to?
Man, Montana. My favorite. Mhm.
That's on my bucket list actually. So I like that answer. Yeah.
Beautiful.
What about favorite sport other than MMA?
Hockey.
Hockey. Do you have a favorite team?
Lightning. Just kidding.
Oh, I can't even chirp you for that because I'm a huge Buccaneers fan, but I'm from Canada, so I'm a Montreal Canadiens fan. So it is what it is.
Blame you. You gotta it's your hometown. You gotta go.
Yeah. Hopefully a three-peat for you this year. We'll see.
Yes.
Be awesome. Yeah. And what about outside the country? Have you had a chance to travel?
I do. I actually love traveling. It's a big part of my world, honestly, within fighting and without it. I went to China 2 years ago, but honestly, I want to say my favorite, Ireland, and that's actually kind of funny because that's where she's from. So
It's crazy. That's on my bucket list too. You're just throwing out places I want to go to.
Ireland, I went to Northern and Southern Ireland, and honestly, Dublin was not. I'm not a big big city person. I'm more a country person. So I actually went to Belfast, which is I might be wrong on this, but that's where she's from, and it was actually my favorite place that I've been out of the country. So
That's unreal. Yeah, I have some family that are no longer there, but I want to get back and just kind of see what it was like for when I grew up. So sometime. And do you have a favorite like TV series?
Lucifer.
There you go.
I love it. I don't know.
And who would be a couple of your favorite mixed martial artists be of all time?
Of all time, Shevchenko is an amazing. Her IQ for the fight game is out of this world. I really look up to her. She's amazing. JJ's hands. There's so many that I have so much respect for, but honestly, Shevchenko has been the one that really has wowed me.
You think she gets it done next weekend?
I do. I really think that she's in her prime right now, and I just don't see anyone better than her right now.
Yeah, she's scary. Any sponsor shout outs or social media to finish up here?
Oh, I have so many sponsors, but I can't thank them enough for this fight camp. It's been kind of a short notice. So, of course, my gym, Champions MMA, and my strength and conditioning, Rage. It's Warrior Combat and Fitness Academy, Camp Rage. And, of course, Titan Medical Center, who has been there. They help with recovery, aminos, and everything, which when we grind, we need them. Chiropractic Center of Lakeland, keeping me in line. I have a ton of sponsors that I feel kind of bad that I had not able to shout out right now, but there's tons of them and they know that they're there and I appreciate them so much.
Awesome. And we appreciate you. So good luck on October 1st, co-main event. Hopefully you can swap those rankings from number 10 to 5 after you get that W. And we'll be watching and cheering you on. So Jessica Borga, this is Hooks in MMA. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
No problem.